What's up YouTube? It's me, Jess, and I'm an opera singer. Today's video is Patron Pick of the Month, and for this month, they have chosen Jakub Jo Orliński singing Prza. Let's go.
Niczki siedzą jak anioł dzieweczki, przędą sobie przędą jedwabne niteczki. Kręć wrzeciono, wicie tobie.
Okay, let me pause here because I've never heard this piece before. To celebrate his birthday, 201, we created that video with a new arrangement of one of my favorite songs, Prza. Okay, so this is their own arrangement. Curious to know what the original sounds like. Let's actually go and take a listen. I've seen a performance of this countertenor. My God, he is fantastic. I've never seen this video, so I'm really curious. Let's hear the original. Pause! That is such a different vibe. Okay, this is the Polish National Opera. Okay, good to know. Wow. So that being said, now I know what the original sounds like. My God, the artistry that goes into taking a piece and making it your own and making it sound so starkly different to me is mind-boggling. It's beautiful. Let's now look at the lyrics because I don't understand a lick of Polish. The first section of this piece is saying, angel-like girls sit next to spinning wheels, distaffs. They spin and spin small silk threads. Spin, spin, oh spinning wheel. You ought to plait and plait. The one whose thread is longer has a better memory. Very interesting. Man, those are two completely different vibes. Now, the urgency in the original one goes hand in hand with the idea of a spinning wheel. And a constant spinning wheel. It's super whimsical, the orchestration. This one, though, by Jakub and Mr. Alexander. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your last name. My God, the twist on the idea of the storyline is captivating. It's enticing. The idea that you can take something that sounds so spontaneous, so whimsical, fast-paced, and completely change it and do a 180 turn to give it this completely different tone. A tone of pensiveness, a tone of sadness even, a tone of maybe trying to get into the thoughts of the girls that are spinning the wheel. This tone change to me is mind-blowingly good. And on top of that, though I don't understand a lick of Polish, his pronunciation, I feel like he is spot on. Now, correct me if I'm wrong if you speak Polish. What I love about his pronunciation too is that he is putting a great effort in the consonances.
Kręć wrzeciono, wicie tobie.
Especially if there's a consonant at the end of the word. So good. Now moving on to his voice, the delicacy of his voice. Can you tell I'm just like flabbergasted. The delicacy of his voice is, for me, what is drawing me in on a constant basis. I am constantly listening to how he is able to keep a consistent sound at such a piano dynamic. Do you hear the emotional drive within every phrase that he is singing? You can see it on his face, but you can also hear it within his tone. I'm so excited. Okay, let's keep going.
Poszedł do królewca młodzieniec wycinał, łzami się zalewał, żegnając dziewczyną. Kręć się, kręć w życiono.
Oh my God, this is stunning, stunning. I am so envious of not only countertenors, but just the Baroque style in general. The way that they can really use straight tone within this repertoire is so beautiful, especially in this arrangement when you hear a crystal clear and full straight tone note on a note that is a dissonance to the chord beneath it. It's just such a beautiful sound. I don't know how else to explain it. That beauty is also reiterated when you hear that straight tone note go to a beautiful resolve with straight tone, then going to vibrato. Oh my God, this is so good. I have to give a big shout out to Alexander. If, Alexander, you composed this and arranged this yourself, my God, kudos. I love the rubato as well within this. There's no, I don't want to say there's no strict time, but you can clearly tell that time is being borrowed. If you're spending a good amount of time on one note, you might compensate that by speeding up another note within the phrase just ever so slightly to create this idea of I'm going to give some sort of pull, some sort of drive towards one section of the phrase and then kind of back off and maybe give a different type of emphasis to other words within the phrase. Gorgeously done. That is something that you have to practice quite often because it takes a lot of coordination with you and the pianist or the other instrumentalist. One other thing that I absolutely adore about Mr. Jakub's voice is the fact that it's fuller. I love a fuller countertenor voice. It's something I'm envious of. It's almost, I think it goes hand in hand with just the idea that I love richer, fuller sounds. One reason why I'm very attracted, let's say, to the alto or even the contralto voice. This, to me, would be the perfect blend of a singing voice. He has great control over his voice. It doesn't sound too breathy, it doesn't sound airy, it doesn't sound unsupported. You can really hear the richness within the quality of his voice as he is singing and sustaining his phrases.
Gładko idzie przed wesoło dziewczynie, pamiętam 3 dni o wiernym chłopczynie. Kręci, kręci czoło, widz się tobie widz, tak pamięta lepiej ci jak uszanić.
Yes.
Inny się młodzieniec podsuwa z ubocza, innemu rada dziewczyna ochocza. Kręci, kręci czoło, prisłową kłanić. Wstydem dziewczę płonie. Wstydź się dziewczę, wstydź.
Woo! Bravo! Bravo! My God, that was stunning. What a genius idea to begin the piece like that and then bring some of the original aspects of the song into this later half. I truly believe that was a great way to just bring some sort of dynamic contrast within the two sections of the piece. Oh, and did you all hear the crystal clear, again, I don't speak Polish, but the crystal clear pronunciation with each and every word that he was saying. I could be totally wrong. He might have butchered some words, but the effort, that's the word, the effort that was put into every consonant, every vowel, I feel was then a reason for the storyline being told in such a robust and thought-provoking way. Did you all hear what I meant about the fullness within his voice? There was a section, we have to go back and re-listen to that. Let's re-listen to one of the last phrases because I feel you can really hear the richness within his voice. Beautiful blend of both brightness and darkness that gives this just full overall rounded sound. Granted, yes, he has the help of the microphone in front of him. However, from just the tonal quality of this voice, I can tell that that microphone is really only helping, let's say, with the recording aspect of it.
Ochocza, kręci, kręci czoło, prisłową kłanić. Wstydem dziewczę płonie. Wstydź się dziewczę, wstydź.
That's almost just unfair, you know? Almost unfair. What I think is also attractive to the countertenor voice, and for me personally, a bit easier to listen to, is the idea that they can use a lot more of their mixed voice, and then of course their falsetto in a good majority of their repertoire. Versus the tenor, a lot of their repertoire demands a good amount of chest voice in the upper extension of their register. That is, for me, a bit harder to listen to because it takes a certain amount of grasp and a certain level of vocal technique to not overtip the balance of screaming and then just singing a beautiful line. Here, we got a lot of mixed voice. Then we also got a beautiful rounded out chest voice in his lower register. And we also got just a beautiful rounded out head voice. It was a beautiful mixture of all of the registers while still giving a full sound. Job well done. If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Please also comment down below what other classical piece I should include in my performance analysis series. Lastly, make sure you check out my description box for ways you can keep in touch with me, get access to exclusive perks, and or take a lesson with me. I hope you have a good day and I'll see you soon. Bye!